Good evening and welcome to the first show of HIGGO'S Heroes for 2018, and our first guest is the new skipper, Dylan Main. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Thanks for having me.
That's all right, mate. So, first show, so we thought we'd kick it off with the big dog around the club. Now, I know you've been walking around calling yourself sheriff, but let's just keep both feet on the ground for this interview, please. How have you found the new role as the sheriff down at the kennel?
Yeah, no, it's been good. Bit of a step up from last year. Obviously, Cookie was leader last year. I wasn't even in any of the leadership squads or anything, but so a bit of a step up, but I'm really enjoying it. Still learning along the way. But there's plenty of senior boys around the club like Hawks and Cookie and Hamsy to learn from, so just getting as much out of them as I can, and yeah, I'm taking each game as it comes.
To tell you the truth, I'm pretty glad that I'm not listening to Cookie week in, week out as well, mate. But just on the leadership, do you feel any different when you're running around out there playing, or is it just the same and then you've just got to speak to the boys at halftime before the game? Very quietly, I might add. You might want to lift your volume in your pre-games.
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to get the balance right. I think at the start of the season I was probably thinking too much about trying to fix what was going on the field rather than thinking about my own game. But I spoke to TC a few times and Cookie, and they just sort of said you just got to go out there and do your own thing and everyone else will sort of follow and you can lead by example. So still trying to balance that out. But yeah, still trying to work on my pre-games features as well, mate. Thanks for the feedback.
That's all right. I know you've got a little tongue, so you find it hard to pronounce your words, just like me. Now, I think that I started to see good leadership qualities in you in last year's footy trip in Bali. We went over there for the grand final and you're a Richmond supporter, and obviously the Tigers won the flag, and never seen anyone pretend they're an actual tiger and crawl through the jungle like you. And that night proceeded to lead us around Bali in your real good quality Richmond jumper. You did make a promise in Bali though, that if the Tigers won the flag, you'd get a Dusty Martin haircut or a Richmond tattoo. So I just want to explain, it was more than a promise, it was a pact. Just want to explain what's going on there?
Yeah, I think it's been blown out of proportion a little bit. I think it started off with me and Mason, and yeah, it just expanded. But yeah, so I said if Richmond win the premiership, I'll either get a Dusty Martin haircut or a Tigers tattoo, and yet to get either of them. But I'm going to wait till the Tigers go back to back this year and then get two Tigers facing each other.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But what happened on the weekend, mate, with the mighty Tigers? No good.
Yeah, you know, that's
still hurts.
Keep the rest of the competition in check, so give everyone else a chance. But no, they're looking good.
Just on the weekend, mate, we played East Perth. Obviously, you were at the Eagles. Do you have any sort of like satisfaction beating your old team, or you know, you played well as well? So does it mean anything to you when you play East Perth, or is it just a normal game?
No, I think it makes it a little bit more special because of some of your mates out there. I suppose when they've got the ball and you're chasing them, your eyes light up a little bit. So it's always good to get the win, but always good to have a beer with them afterwards. So.
Yeah, I like beers. Hey, just on your haircut, and I know it doesn't look like Dusty Martin, but a few of the boys have been noticing that you're getting a haircut once a week these days. Is there any particular reason in that, or is it just you like to look sharp and fresh now that you're the big skipper?
There's not much truth to that, but if you look good, you feel good, and you play good. So I'm just going with that motto at the moment.
Now, what about this rumour that you don't leave your house without a comb? Is there any truth in this?
None at all. None at all. I did my hair one day and a few of the boys said, "Did you use a comb?" And I said yes, just to go along with it. And apparently I don't leave the house without a comb now.
Oh, well, mate, I'm only going what I'm told. Now, who would you say has the worst feet at the club?
Oh, I'd be up there.
Mate, I've done a little Facebook vote online, or the Dogs page, and you've come back 99% winner. I think we're going to start to call you Gecko Toes. Would this be okay with you?
Yeah, it's probably pretty accurate. You'd probably know most. You got pretty close to him, didn't you?
Forgot about that. And just coming up this weekend's game, mate, what do you reckon we've got to do to beat the Tigers back at home here?
Yeah, they're coming off a close loss to Perth, so they're going to be raring to go, and it's probably a game that might defy their season a bit. So we've got to make sure we don't get complacent this week at training, and then just continue what we did last week, start with intensity, effort, and the rest should come as long as everyone buys into it.
No worries, mate. You just make sure you work on those pre-game speeches. And no worries, thanks. And that's it for tonight's show. Thanks.